This is starting to wear on me. You've been raining down like hell. I'm weak. I have tried to give you my soul, but you can't love something you own. It's too late to repair what we made. What can I do? Time flashed by and I woke up on the other side of home.
G'day everybody, welcome to my channel. You got me in stitches. I am Anna and I have not put a vlog out since last year, 2023, which was September 25th, and it was the dressmaker's ball. Yes, a bit of a catch-up video today, and just a little bit of a disclaimer. There may be some things in here that some viewers may find a little bit uncomfortable maybe. Again, we are all very different, and I just please respectfully ask you, if you are going to leave any comments, messages, to please be gentle and everything like that. And that's pretty much it. We are all different, we go through all different kind of experiences and things like that. Things change us, shape us and everything like that. And yes, it's a bit of a catch up with everything, why I have been absent, and health, have I been sewing, and a few other things like that. Also today, July 22nd, however, rewind 6 years ago today, yeah, 2018, and that is how long I have hit this channel. So more about that a little bit later, and yeah, stay tuned if you would like to, because there may be something a little bit happy there. And do not want to exactly say, because sometimes you just get people coming on people's videos because they kind of have an agenda and they would like to be included in something, and yet they may have never visited your channel ever before. So you kind of get what I may be proposing. And I am going to turn the camera around. Various things were filmed over different times and everything like that. Instead of seeing this ugly face, let us just see something a little bit more pretty, like trees and birds and just the environment, and maybe the bits of sewing of the garments that I may have kind of created. Yeah, so there we go. Okay guys, enjoy, if that's kind of the correct word. Let's start with the title of today's video, Jenny's End, and I know that has a few perhaps connotations to it, and it does not necessarily mean the first thing that comes into your head. Journey's End can mean anything, and with the channel I had been kind of deliberating whether to keep it running or not, because there's just so many things to think about, and obviously with everything going on in my life and just kind of the way things happen and develop, and sometimes the negativity and everything that sometimes surrounds that. Jenny's End could be an end of an occupation or a career, could be new beginnings on health, or end of a friendships, and lots of other things like that. It could just simply be an end of a project and you just start a new one. So it does not necessarily mean that anything absolutely huge or major, or it could be things that are obviously a little bit larger or a bit more scarier, or yeah, things with lots of thought and concerns. I started my channel because it was something new, something fun, and for those of you that know me, I am incredibly shy and quiet, and it was a huge undertaking to do something like this. Sometimes you just have to do your best and kind of just give something a go. And it does not matter if you make mistakes. It does not matter if you mess up on your words and you may not feel great. And all you can do is do your best and have fun, and obviously be true to yourself. And a lot of people can relate to things like that. It makes them feel real. It makes them feel that they could be noticed and maybe heard and lots of things like that. Because really, in the real world, you know, nothing is perfect, and there are lots of things that go on. The greatest thing in life is learning, and there is so much to see and observe and take in and just learn. And even learning enjoys learning. It's fun. It's just wonderful. Yeah, at times, sometimes it can be scary and overwhelming, but again, to kind of just take those steps forward and give everything a go, it's pretty awesome. All the things that happen in your life, people who come and go in your life, some are good, some are not so good. And yeah, again, on kind of my yabbering today, for those of you that know me, I never kind of do a bias or anything like that. No, I'm not talking about bias tape. I'm talking about being objective, and I have always been like that, and that is why the friends that I have are very special to me, and I'm sure I'm very special to them, because they know that they will get a straight answer from me, kindly, and yeah, just very objective. And I think sometimes in life some people struggle to find that truth. Lots of people like to ask me for my opinions and or advice, and I do say that it may be something of an answer that you may not like to hear. However, do not come at me if things do not work out for you, because we are all very, very different. And again, you know, that is to be marked as respectful and things like that. Sadly, there is so much pressure on people to always say the right thing and do the right thing, and sometimes there are certain circumstances that occur, and unfortunately, yeah, sometimes negativity happens, and again, you can only deal with it as and when it occurs, and kind of do and say, and or not to do and say, depending on the context. And obviously things might be correct at the time, and or that is how you and or somebody else or people generally may feel. However, it does not matter if you change your mind. You know, circumstances and things, they change all the time. So for me, kind of looking at my channel and deciding where to go with it, and or maybe even, yeah, say curtain call, journey's end, because yeah, I'm not too sure. However, there were other circumstances as well which kind of contributed to that factor. Again, for those of you that know me, I do not own and never have owned a computer or laptop or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, so T had to borrow a friend's, and their laptop unfortunately did not work, so I was unable to put any video out, even if I wanted to. I am a person that is incredibly humbled and grateful and appreciative for everybody and or everything in my life. And when I say everything, I do not necessarily mean all the materialistic things, but again, all the things such as, you know, being able to walk. Okay, I have a cane, you know, I get to that later in where I talk about health. And, you know, my body may not be 100%, however, I have a lot of it that works. And here's Ruby. Beautiful little girl. I'll get you some seed. Yeah, you're a pretty girl. Yeah, Ruby. Hello, pretty girl. Oh, you're so pretty. And some that does not work so much. And how many of us actually go through our day and be thankful for all the blessings and feel grateful and appreciative of everything and everybody? Kindness and understanding is key to everything, and patience and listening and loving and caring and just thoughtfulness and everything. There's so many words that can describe kindness, and everybody has their backstory. There are so many beautiful things and also not so beautiful things in this world, in this everything. It is what we die for, to live this thing called life and kind of navigate through everything as best we can. There is so much pressure where there need not to be any, and competitiveness and dictating and all these kind of marketing strategies that make people feel that they have to do this and they have to do that, or not do that, or not say that, or not go there, or have all these things. How many times do we go somewhere and then end up thinking, why are we here? Or why did I end up purchasing this? Or why did I not do what I was going to do? And yeah, we're guilted into, or guilted out, depending on what the context is. And why do we allow this to happen? It creeps in sometimes without realising, and before you know it, it just affects our mental health. It is so important to kind of find that balance in each and everybody's mental health without feeling pressured or guilted into things. And yeah, some people do struggle with that. I know I do. We all go through similar and or the same things, and therefore we should be able to relate a lot more easier to one another and have a lot more understanding and tolerance. And this is now going to lead me into the next topic that I am going to talk about. A lot of you guys know that I have received many a negative message. When I say message in the sense of a generalisation. Messages in PM, messages in email, again, they're still messages. And yeah, they were kind of just getting worse and worse and worse, and it really does affect a person. Now, there's no point saying, oh yeah, don't read them and don't let it kind of affect you. That's easier said than done, and we've all been in situations like that. And yeah, they were getting more graphic, more disturbing, and it's one thing to say all these things to me and about me, but it's another when it is to do with my beautiful son, and it is where I draw the line. And to be frank, I have had a gutful, and this was another reason why I was deliberating whether to say Journey's End with my channel because of that as well. There are a lot of you guys say, oh yeah, these people, they hide behind the keyboard, the keyboard warriors, I think that's the terminology, and yeah, for the most part that is, but also sometimes it can transpire that it is people that you may know as well. And yeah, again, people do not want to hear that, because it's like, it could be their friends or their family or acquaintances or co-workers. And yeah, just because someone is wonderful to you and it might be a really good family member and or friend, sometimes those people can actually be quite negative to other people, either directly or maybe behind their back. You know how it rolls, guys. and yeah, it's really unkind, and he's not really kind of justified. Is anything really justified? There are some people out there that will absolutely avidly defend people no matter what, even if they do and or say really bad things, and yeah, for whatever reason those people are just so tuned into their beliefs and they will not believe anything out of anything good. I guess it goes back to kind of that shock of things, and then people do their best to rationalise things. But again, I am used to a lot of negativity. I don't know, maybe I just get, and other people like me, you know, for whatever reason we just seem to be subjected to those nasties out there. I know some people would kind of just say, oh yeah, you know, I don't think that they would ever say that to your face. Well, yes, actually they do and have done. And also with kind of the YouTube kind of context of things, again, unless they live sort of close by or, you know, able to travel, I'm sure they would say it to people's faces. They have to obviously be on a keyboard and computer, because if they live a distance away or for whatever reason cannot travel, that is their only form of communication anyways. I'm sure a lot of people have kind of tuned off by now, because, you know, these are sensitive subjects that people sometimes like to avoid, and avoidance is one thing. I know it's kind of maybe a bit of a form of protection. Sadly, you know, silence can equally be as damaging to people's mental health, and also, you know, people will only speak up for those that they consider kind of on their level as well, and, you know, form the same perhaps mould as they themselves. And yeah, it really does not matter. It's important in the sense that it's always people first. I have never, you know, bought into this thing that, you know, you cannot like another human because of the colour of their skin, or you cannot like another human because they are in a different league from you, or you cannot like another human because, you know, they dress completely different, or their sexuality is, you know, not considered worth or anything like that. And it's like, oh, they are people in their own individual right, and all the stigmatism and having everybody pitted off against one another, it's like everybody kind of got to stop doing that and allowing that to happen. How many people hide in plain sight? You know, you see these people and they might, you know, dress quite scarily, you know, to some people's kind of thinking, and it's like if you actually spoke to them and realised they might be incredibly quiet and shy, but they have things about them that you may like and enjoy getting to know. So again, don't just look at somebody as this sort of like front cover, you know, peel back just the initial visualisation and realise, you know, there's a personality to everybody. Now obviously I'm talking about this in the context of, you know, hopefully all sort of good people. Okay, I know there's still good people that has bad inside them, and then again there you have to look at the backstory and realise what you will tolerate and, you know, allow to kind of have happen, and is it okay if somebody is like whatever it is, and or, you know, some people might have very vocal personalities whilst somebody else's personality might be incredibly quiet, or somebody might have a very high intelligence, you know, or some people may stumble on their words and stutter. There are so many variables, so many, and the same with people that are disabled as well. And again, you know, they're disliked because of whatever it is about their body, or their internal functions may, you know, be different from the mould to which we are conformed to and made to believe that that is the only thing that is acceptable. Now here's a revelation, you know, at the end of the day, everybody is different, everybody is unique. And I know, shocking, isn't it? It's just absolutely a huge revelation. I mean, How dare people be so different? And how dare there be such wonderful people in the world? How dare people defend themselves and stick up for themselves and protect themselves? But then, why should they have to? Why should people have to justify themselves? And I'm finding I'm having to do that over the last few months, and no, absolutely no. I do me, everybody does themselves, and kind of just leave it at that, really, because if you cannot have that kind decency, then what is the point? What is the point to anything? There are enough struggles in this thing called life. Why bring more things into the equation to make things that are already difficult and struggling even more so? You know, there is enough of everything in the world, and yeah, just like fair shares for all. Really, when you think about it, we are actually all on the same page, and yeah, it's just there are people out there that are greedy and glutton for whatever it is that they want, over exuberance of said thing and or things. The great outdoors, which is something I really enjoy. However, I know there's a couple of clouds there. It is really hot today, and yeah, to be fair, it's actually really hot pretty much every day of the year. Yeah, some days are hotter than others. Yeah, it is a shame, the negative messages and everything that I've got, and obviously that other people have. I wish I could show you guys, but obviously YouTube would not allow them, because obviously they are pretty graphic in places, and you know, all the bad cuss words and everything like that. Fair to say, you know, I'm used to it, and I don't know, I guess some people are just more susceptible to getting, you know, those nasty negative people. And obviously I'm using my words very cautiously here, obviously off camera. I was having a conversation with lovely trusted friends, that obviously my use of language and words would be a little bit more stronger, but you know, you guys know I'm really polite, so there we go. Yeah, so those kind of negative messages and everything will now kind of lead in, I guess, to the health and everything like that. Have to rewind a bunch of time, and although there's a build up, going to kind of do it from September, October 2022, when it was more of a kind of more formal diagnosis. And no, I'm not going to title what it is, and yeah, even now it's not 100% gone, and so yeah, I'll have that, which is additionally added to the, you know, ongoing health things that I have to contend with on an everyday kind of basis. And yeah, it goes like that, and all you can do is take every day as it comes. Very, very few people know, and I know a couple of people watch my channels and they know who they are, and they know they are very special to me. I am not going to say their name, because that kind of singles people out and makes other people feel guilty, in case they may not have felt that they were as communicative, I guess. And obviously some people also take a deliberate step back, because sometimes for whatever reason they're not able to be equipped with, I guess it's hard to sort of say what sort of word to describe it. Yeah, not everybody is equipped with the feelings and emotions to give to somebody, and that is okay, most definitely okay. Some people struggle with things like that, and they're not entirely sure how to kind of relate their thoughts and feelings. As far as I am concerned, the people that do know are the sweetest, kindest people, and it does not matter whether they communicate with me or not. I know some people struggle when some people find out things about a person and or people, and they kind of silently disappear, and yeah, that is really, really hard. Of course it's hard, but again, not everybody is equipped with the strength to have those right words. But to me, it does not matter if you have the right words or the wrong words, or you're there or you're not there. We are all very, very different. And again, also from my perspective, I did not want hardly anybody to know anyway, because obviously I would have to kind of deal with everything that goes along with that as well. And when you're kind of concentrating on doing your best to get better, which sometimes is not always easy, especially if the medical profession is not very good. And that is all I'm going to say on that, because you know, some people do get better help than others. You know, I'll probably get shot down with messages saying yeah or whatever, and you keep your thoughts to yourself if you are going to think of sending something negative, because how does that help anybody? Also, sometimes health, or even just not health, just other things, circumstances, you know, people's mental health can affect their body and their body shape, and or how they feel about themselves, or even towards people in society. And again, a revelation here, it does not matter. You are still you. You are still important. We all come in different shapes and sizes, and sometimes those shapes and sizes change. You know, we all have blemishes, we all have this, that and the other, and sometimes we even have things in our body that we do not have and wish we had. And I'm not just talking about, you know, a limb maybe deformed or missing, but also sometimes personality traits as well. And yeah, again, it does not matter if you have a body part missing or scarred or damaged through whatever form it took, and no one has the right to be rude or nasty. We have to stand up all together and say, you know what, enough already. It does not matter if you have a big arm or big thighs or a small butt, or you know, small lady lumps or scars. It does not matter at all. You're still beautiful. Of course, I know saying words is a lot more easier than putting those words into practice, and I struggle with that a lot, and unfortunately it's too late for me. Unfortunately, I am too scared and damaged to ever say anything positive about myself. And again, I don't want messages or comments regarding what I have just said. I like to help other people, and I see the beauty in other people. For me, I do not see the beauty in me at all. I'm just ordinary, regular, pathetic human being. I exist, and that is that. So while I exist, I would like and hope to, you know, live for as long as whatever it is that I live through, and hopefully have more fun, wonderful things to enjoy, especially, you know, with my beautiful TE, who means the absolute world to me, and obviously our pets that come and go, which again, there will be a little bit of a segment there and talk about pets, because there has been some changes there, as with the wildlife as well. So yeah, many journeys ending and starting. Some journeys change course, some stop, pause, some go elsewhere, some run parallel, kind of just like that book. We have that book in life, lots of books, hopefully with lots of chapters, lots of editions, and as best as we possibly can, we do our best to fill it. However, sometimes in life it also dictates of what other people allow you to fill it. All we can do is navigate through life as best as we possibly can, and yeah, all the little things that we have time for, or even not perhaps as much time as we'd like, but enjoy whatever it is that puts a smile on our face. It could be a whole bunch of things. It could be just a few things. Again, it does not matter. Do not need to have this competition of, oh, you've got to get all this done by that certain time of day or week or year. And yeah, sometimes, you know, you can have all these plans and for whatever reason they just change. Life, people, things, all the things within our lives, each other's lives, can be tricky, and all we do is our best to kind of navigate and search through and yeah, hopefully find all those things that are happy and good for either ourselves, each other, whoever it may be. For those that like the green outdoors, the nature environment, wildlife, bird song and everything, just so beautiful and graceful. Righto, so now we are going to have a little peek at some of the things that I have been sewing. We're currently looking at a corset that I made a little while ago, and this is my self-drafted pattern. Lots of grommets there. Another corset here, the same, but slightly different. I used chrome grommets there. Behind I made a matching fabric skirt and added a couple tiers, so there is also some lace there, and I also put a little bit of lace on the hem as well. Yeah, I really like this nautical fabric. It's from my friend's store, she's not online, and the pattern was a 70s original vintage pattern, and also the pattern inside had been steel factory folded, which was pretty awesome. There's a little bit of a mess here on the hanger. and it is waiting a zipper to go in. It's the Butterick B6211. Yeah, first time I made that pattern. This is B6212, and I put a contrast green there. Kind of think it works okay with this fabric, and again this pattern first time making it as well. And yeah, I have made a few makes, however I did take a break from making, simply being because I had no idea if I was actually going to be around. There's no point making things if maybe, yeah, you're not alive anymore. That's the bottom line. And yeah, this is kind of just been set, waiting to finish it off. The same with the other one. Kind of see there's a bit of a grommet theme. Now the lacing was through each of the grommets. For now I have just taken that out because I may swap it out for what is actually called a thonging, which is not anything rude. It is just faux leather or faux suede, and obviously it's like a thinner version of this lacing that you would use for whatever it is that, in my case obviously, to put through the grommets there. And again, this fabric is from my friend's store, and it is another self-draft. TE will very kindly insert some stills, some of the other things that I have shown. And yeah, like I said, I took a break and then I kind of just started back with the sewing, and yeah, I made a few things, and also been sorting out the closet and everything like that. And yeah, just kind of refiguring out what sort of things I would like to keep and or donate, or just kind of deconstruct some garments and use them for creating either more garments or other things. As regards to my channel and where I am going to move forward with it, I still have not decided. And again, if you guys have any thoughts on that, you may happily put that in the comments below, because obviously if you do want to still see me vlogging, it would be lovely to hear what you think about that. But again, ultimately it is my decision, and I also had thought of stopping this channel and starting a new one. But again, yeah, it's okay to perhaps do that, but then again I can just move this channel slightly in a different direction as if I were creating a new channel. So it kind of defeats the purpose, really, having a new channel when I already have an existing one. And yeah, I just kind of breathe, I guess, new life into the channel. And yeah, I have a whole bunch of list of things to think of that I obviously have thought of that I will obviously film and do if I decide to go down the route of continuing vlogging. Like with anything, if you're not sure about whatever, just ask somebody. Ask me, ask your friend, ask a co-worker, because without asking, how are you going to know and or learn and or find out? I really do hope that today's video has kind of just given you a teeny tiny little speck of insight as to things that have been going on. Obviously there is vastly more than what I have talked about. I have kind of just very, very carefully touched upon a few things. And again, I say carefully because not everybody likes talking and or hearing about things like this, and again I have to, and I like to be considerate. Yeah, so again, this is most definitely probably a very disjointed video. Again, just to kind of tell you guys where I am at, and stuff that has been going on, and just kind of general thoughts and everything like that. And yeah, if you would like to, you know, leave a comment, that would be wonderful. It'd be great to catch up with you and talk and see how you all are and everything like that, and let me know what you've been doing. And you know, even if it's good things as well as not so good things, great to touch base with everybody. Look at those lovely fabrics there. They're lovely and pleasing to my eye. I know obviously we all have very different tastes with fabrics, and as you can see there, this is one of the little hats pin cushions and the clips that you can put around the circumference there, and also a little birdhouse pin clip cushion, and you can see those on the site. I'll link that below. And again there, please do not ask me how that has been going, because yeah, that venture has just pretty much, yeah, deceased in every shape or form. And yeah, it's really, really heartbreaking, and I did not really want to talk about that in any great detail today. But again, if you'd like to support me in a small way, please, you know, perhaps consider doing it that way. Now, we all have to kind of support anybody with small businesses, ventures, ideas, anything like that, because without that support, I think everybody, as we know in this world, it's just, everything is just kind of drowning with all these big conglomerates and everything like that, that is just sucking the life out of all us small fry people, even, you know, just almost in everyday sort of things and circumstances. It's not just businesses, it's pretty much anything and everything. So yeah, I mean, again, support those where you would like to, through whichever ways that you can. Alright guys, so on a much more happier note, a little bit of a giveaway, because obviously it is 6 years today that I have hit this channel, and all you need to do is put in capital letters only, and if you do not want to write anything else other than giveaway, please feel free to do that, and I will obviously let that run for a week from today, and then write everybody's name down that has put giveaway, and then pull out one name in 1 week's time from today, obviously close of midnight UK time, and then announce the winner, and they can choose one thing which I will talk to whoever it is that wins via message, and yeah, see what it is that they would like to choose fabric wise from the site. Righto guys, I think I have been talking and yammering away ways too much, and I think I will end the video here. And thank you so much for absolutely everything. You know how grateful I am to you, and appreciative of your time, not only watching and listening to me, probably boring you to tears, and obviously all your wonderful comments. Okay guys, thank you so much.